You are now listening to the Proper Property Podcast with Johnny and Luke.
Hi, and welcome to another episode of the Proper Property Podcast. We've got a little bit of a different episode today. Not with Luke today. I am with the absolutely amazing Hannah from HP Marketing Solutions, who actually runs our social media, and we're going to talk all about social media. So, welcome.
Thank you very much. Just here to talk a little bit about socials, questions that you guys have probably got to answer as well. So thank you for having me.
That's all right. So let's. I think one of the biggest questions that I get asked a lot of the time is how do the algorithms actually work, and what makes a difference? What's good content that I should be putting out, and what's your thoughts on that then?
Algorithms are a question that I get asked about all the time. I'd say 50% are great, 50% don't even worry about them, in a sense. So they kind of think of them a bit like a set of instructions. So they're kind of what train your social media platforms basically on how your clients engage with what you're posting or your customers. They do act a little bit like a gatekeeper because they do control visibility as well. So the goal really is to kind of ensure that the content you're posting is always relevant to what you want your clients to engage with, if that makes sense. So you want to really be kind of tailoring all of your posts to kind of the interests of the user, making sure that you're kind of keeping your feed really fresh and really engaging, and also that you kind of looking at like making sure people interact. So in regards to like an algorithm, you want to train the algorithm to make sure that people are liking, commenting and sharing on your posts. If people aren't engaging, then the algorithm won't push your post forward. So it's really important to get that kind of engagement in there. It looks at kind of your account activity and who you're interacting with as well. So I think one thing that's really important with an algorithm is understanding that it's not just what you put out, but what you also put in. So if you've got people that you want to engage with your posts, that you're also kind of commenting, liking, sharing and saving their posts as well, which also helps for them to engage with you. So really with an algorithm, it's kind of about consistency, making sure that you're active but not overactive, that you're posting quality over quantity, and that your engagement is focused more on kind of interesting people rather than vanity. Don't worry about it being perfect, as we were discussing before we started today, that actually people prefer seeing things go wrong or seeing kind of raw and natural content, and that is what kind of tends to work best.
Yeah. Just before we do carry on, just put the mic to the left a little bit. Yeah. If you make sure that I know you're talking to me this way, make sure that you're facing that way, because you're on that camera there.
I forget.
Okay. I know. It's new. Don't worry, I'll cut this little bit out.
No, it's fine, keep it.
Okay, I'll keep it in. Well, that's the point. It's all about being raw, innit? And a lot of people, I know a lot of people say fake it till you make it, and they're trying to show something that they're not. And then I think the backlash of that is when you do eventually start attracting people and clients, and you're not prepared for them because you've been lying all along. It backfires anyway. One of the biggest things for me, which I've never really understood, is followers.
Yeah.
Does it matter? Does it matter if you've got 2,000 followers, 10,000 followers, 100 followers? I mean, what are your thoughts?
For me, it's more about followers that want to be there. So a couple of years ago, there was a huge thing on buying followers. Let's all buy as many followers as we can. So we've got 20, 30, 40,000 followers on our social media platforms. Followers used to be linked with success. So the more followers we've got, the better we are, the more people like us. And that isn't the case at all. It really is about going back to engagement when you're talking about followers. So making sure that actually you might only have 100 followers, but are you getting a quality amount of engagement on your posts? So are people liking them? Are people interacting with them? And actually for me, my clients that have slightly less followers but get more engagement are much more successful than when converting to sales or bookings or whatever relates to their business specifically. So my kind of top tip would be to put less pressure on gaining followers and more on kind of making sure that the people that are following you are enjoying your content, engaging, and then kind of like reacting to your call to action. So kind of then booking in or having those conversations with you that can then obviously help invest more into your business.
Yeah, I had this recently with a friend of mine actually with his business. He thought he was doing really well because on TikTok he'd got 30,000 followers. He were getting like 1 million views on his posts, which were absolutely amazing. But and then you looked on his Facebook and he'd not posted since like May last year because he'd thrown everything into doing these TikTok videos that were getting all this content. But then his actual business, people weren't coming to his business. He weren't actually successful. They weren't selling any of the products. No one really knew that they existed, because I was saying to him, I'm like, you're posting content and you're getting 1 million likes or whatever, but them 1 million people are probably in America. They're not even they're not your target audience. Like, yeah, it's good for your vanity. And it might make you feel good because you're getting these likes and you feel amazing because someone likes you, but it's not putting food on the table.
And that's exactly it, because it gives you that instant ego boost, as we could say, that, oh my God, everyone's liking my kind of post. They're loving what I'm doing. They're really entertained by it. Number one, is that the real you that you're showing? Kind of, is it this kind of version of you that you just want to portray, or actually are you showing the real you first of all? And number two, what are you then getting from that? So he's getting loads of likes, bit of an ego boost, looks incredible on social media, but as you said, how successful is his actual business? And at the end of the day, that's what we're here for, because as much as obviously it's great fun putting together the content and it can be a good time, actually the ultimate goal is obviously to have a successful business, isn't it? So I think that's the most important thing.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I'm plugging my business now.
That's all right. We can go back to you.
Let's see. Oh, where's tech guy gone?
Having a mare.
I'm having a mare. Yeah. So Luke is our tech guy, and
we kicked him off the podcast today.
We kicked him off podcast, and it's all gone.
And now we need him back.
It's all gone to shit. Sorry. Right. Okay. So we're not having. Oh, what? So I slam it down, and it comes on. Are you serious? So that worked.
Right,
oh, okay. Mate. So anyway, where were we?
It's like turning it off and on again. That's literally all I do.
Nightmare. Literally slamming it down made it work. So yeah, let's talk about trending. In your opinion, what's trending at the minute on social media?
I think the thing that engages people the most, and is definitely one of the things that is trending, is kind of the days in the life, and they've been trending for such a long time. I'm seeing a lot of kind of new ways of doing it now. So rather than it being like a reel, people are really kind of getting involved with the carousels, which are getting so much more engagement. So for those that you don't know, your carousels is where you put on like a number up to 20 different photographs and you can kind of swipe across. So it's encouraging a customer, a client, your people who are engaging with your socials to kind of swipe and read through. So kind of little snippet pictures of your day, which actually for those who are a little bit less confident on social media is quite good, because you're not having to film yourself. You can just kind of take those still images. And actually, if you've not got the time, you can cheat a little bit and you can kind of use a few days worth and put them together. So it's a little bit of an easier way than doing it as a video. So yeah, I'd say that's one of the things that's really good at the minute. And I think looking at what's successful for my clients is it's definitely not always focusing on what's trending. I think what's trending is great, but only when it's kind of relevant to your business. Jumping on every single trend on Instagram and Facebook and TikTok and things like that is quite dangerous, because you can kind of walk away from the vision and values of your own business and kind of your own purpose to then start copying somebody else, which then takes away that authenticity of your own brand. So I think it's really important that, trending stuff is great because it can push you out there with the algorithm, like we talked about, but always bringing it back to, is it relevant to you? Is it relevant to what you're trying to kind of portray and put out there?
So what you're saying is, don't dress Luke up like final boss Ibiza.
Not necessarily, no.
No, is that not going to work? Are we not going to go viral if we do that?
I mean, you might, because it'd be a good laugh.
It'd be a good laugh. Yeah, it'd be a good giggle.
If anyone wants us to try that out, comment. It can be arranged.
It can definitely be arranged. He's already halfway there. We're halfway there with haircut anyway.
Yeah, he's getting there for sure.
So that's trending. What do you think the benefits are? I know you're probably biased about this being a social media manager, but what do you feel like? I mean, I've seen the benefits already. I mean, we've been working together now, 2 months?
Yeah, not long, yeah.
So honestly, it has been such a game changer. I think from my perspective, as a consumer, I've noticed that when we were posting our own content, I felt like we were too close to it. Yeah. So what I was posting more things what I'd want to see, not what other people would want to see. So again, like I was posting the things that I thought looked really good and I would like to see, but that ain't necessarily what everybody wants to see. Which, since we've brought you in, I've noticed. Not only has our engagement gone up, which is fantastic, the ideas behind when we have our meetings and you're telling us what we should be doing and what we should be focusing on makes such a difference, because it reaches a wider audience that weren't even really in my mind. I was just thinking that this looks good to me, I'll post it. Yeah. And we were constantly doing that. And then when we weren't getting any engagement with it, I was kind of like, oh, well, I would have commented on that. And yeah, so what are your thoughts on why would you recommend for people to have a social media manager?
I mean, picking up on what you just said, I think one of the key things is when it's your own business, you're so precious. I'm the same with my business and my social media and what I put out, and you want it to be perfect. You want everything to be right when you put it on. And as we spoke before, it's not always about the vanity. And I think when it is your business and you're in charge of like how the vision comes across, that the vanity is so important. Now, things like the clarity of the pictures and the quality of the content is so important, but actually it being completely perfect all the time isn't always necessary. However, when it's a group of perfectionists like we all are, it's difficult because you want it to look perfect all the time. So I think working with somebody like me and finding yourself a social media manager, number one, it's somebody that you bounce off, somebody who's kind of understands your business but gets you as a person. I think it's really important that you've kind of got that vibe and that you can have a laugh and you can trust and be confident in them, but also be able to give them criticism. You need to give them feedback, because at the end of the day, they are kind of working with you, but it's your business. So remember that they're not the face of it. They're here to give you advice and support you in it, but they're really not there to kind of promote it for you. Yeah. I mean, it saves time. And I think for me, the number one thing for people is how many times have you said, oh my God, I ain't got time to post on social?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And I think it's amazing as well. I mean, we had our strategy meeting before this, and you were showing us like the scheduled posts and what's going out and what's going to be happening when, and like I ain't got time to be doing that. I'm working on my business. Yeah. I mean, we do post our own things as and when we're doing them. Sure. Every now and then, because obviously we work together. Yeah. But I ain't got time to be like trying to strategize our social media presence and strategize it all. And the fact that we can work together, it really is a game changer. And honestly, in the last couple of months, I know we're only just getting started. We're only just getting to know each other. Yeah. And again, that's been quite a good journey as well. I think we were instantly on the same wavelength.
Sure.
And the fact that you ask a lot of questions as well, so you know you're always asking like what we're doing in our business. What does this mean? Can we do this? Does this work? And then we will tell you yes, no, yeah, that would work. That is something that we do. And yeah, and it's the relationship that we're building together is, it really does help, and it's been brilliant last 2 months. I'll tell you now. I mean, I saw the content that you were putting out before we started working together.
Yeah.
I'd seen the content that you were doing, and honestly, I mean, I've had social media managers before from my other business,
Yeah.
and literally all. I mean, I don't like slagging people off, but all they really were doing they were just doing one Canva picture, and it were random. It were nothing to do with my business. It were like, it might be a picture at Peak District or something like that, and on a Canva with some writing over it about what we do. And they'd post that 3 times a week, and that were it.
And I mean, things like Canva and your Chat GPT and your AI, all these tools are brilliant. And do I use them in what I do? Absolutely. But I think it's kind of learning and understanding why they can support your business as well. That's so important. But in a sense of like working with you guys, and I say this to all of my clients, and actually I'll be completely honest, I've had clients that I had from when I first started my business that I no longer work with, for no other reason. I mean, we got on well, we kind of had a vibe, but unfortunately they weren't kind of working with me. And if you have a social media manager, you've got to work with them. You've got to be willing to kind of film the content and work alongside them, because if they don't have that content to post, they can't do it. And there's nothing more difficult than trying to just go on Canva and put a load of words together that is going to get 2 likes and no one's really interested. So it's really about kind of sitting down with them, setting really clear goals as to kind of what you want to achieve. Is it engagement? Is it phone calls so that you can kind of, in your sense, like a discovery call, that type of thing? What are your goals? What do you want people to do? How do you want them to see you and your brand?
Perception is everything.
100%. Like we talked about, kind of, we really want the brand to be ethical, and it's kind of people understanding you and getting to know you and Luke really well. And obviously that's what we've tried to do, and it seems to be working. I mean, you've obviously got your award nomination as well, which is amazing. So coming across as you as real people has been fantastic.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Do you have anything else you want to talk about? I think we wanted to talk about ChatGPT. I think I really want to push on that.
Yeah, I think AI, I mean, what a game changer. Let's be honest. And people always say to me, in a year's time, are you going to be out of a job because everyone's using AI? Well, hopefully not now. But
I think the human element is needed. 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, people who were just using ChatGPT to make them so many posts and do this and it takes away the human element, and people can tell. And we've said this as well before. People are literally posting it straight from ChatGPT. Yeah. I've literally seen people post and they've left the prompt.
They leave the prompt, they leave the hyphens in, they leave all those types of things. And I think those little things are the bits that you think, oh, God. And if you're using ChatGPT or any of the AI tools, my top tip is, obviously, the more you use it, the more you're training it. So it's learning your brand, it's learning your business. You want to tell it what to do. It gives you something back. You then, my favourite word, tweak it.
Tweakness.
Bit of a running joke.
Bit of tweakness.
Listen, that's my favourite.
Hannah likes a tweakness.
I do like to tweak. But when you get it back, make it your own. So it can give you that spark of creativity if you're struggling. It can help you with your wording, that type of thing. But then make it you again, because at the end of the day, and ultimately, you are the face behind your business. So as much as AI is great, obviously you want to keep it you as well. For sure.
I think I use ChatGPT a lot more now than I used to. Luke used to push it onto me a lot. He uses it a lot. Yeah. I'm starting to use it a lot more. But I use it now mainly for when I do get brain fog, when I've gone blank, and I use it. I do prompt it for it to give me prompts.
Yeah.
That's how I work it. So I've used ChatGPT to do presentations that I've done when I've been doing talks.
Yeah.
And I'm not asking it to do the full presentation. It's just I'm just saying to it, give me 12 ideas for different slides for my business. It's got to know me by now, so it knows my business. and it'll give me 12 slides and ideas, and it'll give me ideas of what to put for text and ideas of what pictures to go with it.
Yeah.
And all that's doing is it's saving me time. So like that, for me to put a presentation together used to take me about a week. Now I can do it in a day.
100%.
So it literally, it's not that you haven't got to put, it's not totally taking it away from you and you haven't got to put the work in. And again, that not just with ChatGPT, that's something with us and you as well. Like, and I think that's why a lot of people fail with social media managers, because they think they take a social media manager on and then they do everything, and they do the content, they do everything for you. But you don't know our business. We know our business. We're in our business.
Yeah.
We're the ones actually out there taking the pictures, doing the videos, doing the stuff, and then we just kind of give it all to you.
Yeah.
And you dissect it up, and you do what you do, which is amazing as well.
It's so true, and I think it's such a point, and it's the one thing I say whenever I have a call with a new client, whenever I meet people, I say, look, what you put in is what you get out.
Yeah.
The more I get to know you, the more I get to know your brand, the less you have to put in, basically, because then I can kind of get to know what you like and all of those kind of things. But it's so important that you put in. You can't take on a social media manager who is just going to know your business and get the content for you. They'll give you ideas. If you keep on top of your content, it's super easy. It takes away the stress, frees up your time, and you can really focus on running your business. But you've got to make sure you get the right person, and obviously you put in as much as they need, get the best results for sure.
And I hear that you're taking on one more client.
I've literally just had space to take on one more person at the start of September. So
do you want to do a little plug to?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't for that, but let's do it.
No, might as well while we're here.
Yeah. So I've obviously been doing my social media marketing now for a couple of years. I've worked doing it for over 15 years for other businesses in my roles as well. I work with a number of different businesses, so obviously you guys, a lot in the beauty and wellness industry, the events industry, that type of thing. So I've got one kind of space open for a social media client from the start of September, where we'd work together to obviously kind of manage your socials, and it can be up to 3 platforms, that one as well. So yeah, if you're interested, drop me a message and we can have a chat, see kind of what you want, really. I'm not very good at plugging myself.
No, I think that was brilliant. And yeah, and I can obviously second that you do an amazing job.
Thank you.
I appreciate you so much, and thank you.
No, I appreciate you.
Yeah.
A client that gives back. That's what I need.
So yeah, so thank you very much. And yeah, I'm not sure what we're doing on next week's podcast, but yeah, Luke should be back, and yeah,
he might be wearing his heels. We'll never know.
Yeah, well, he might come in as final boss Sheffield.
We'll see.
I don't think I'll talk him into that, but yeah. Thank you very much for listening and watching, and yeah, please like and subscribe. See you soon.
Bye.
Thank you for listening. Be sure to like and subscribe. And why not follow us on Instagram @Olive Venture Properties.